Hola, les habla Lorena Mora-Mowry para hoy estamos muy contentos. Today we have Sally Gutierrez. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you, Lorena.
Sally is Tejana from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas.
Tell me, because when I talk about scientists, we're not that many. Do you have like a role model or?
No, I wish I could say that, although, as I grew in my career, certainly I can remember the Surgeon General was a Hispanic woman. And I remember she made quite an impression on me she was probably the first Latina that I had ever seen in a high-level position. And her name is Dr. Antonia Novello. And I got to meet her, and she spoke at a meeting, and I got to come. And I remember how impressed I was that she was a doctor. She was someone in a very, very high position of responsibility in the government. And so to me, while I may not have had role models early on in my career, certainly as I got into the profession, certainly people like that really made an impression that it was okay for women, Latino women, to go up the ranks. I mean, if one person can make it, why can't we all, right?
So tell me about your road to be successful, because you were in Houston, probably your familia was there, tu mamá, tu abuelita, so you ended up moving from there. But it was a dream. It was a dream to, like I said, it was inspired by another Hispana. But tell me about that road to be a successful woman.
Yeah. So I came from a pretty large Mexican family, right? There were five children. And we, I guess, always had such supportive parents. And I think that while they were not highly educated people, they understood the value of an education. And they were very supportive, and in so many ways, their support is the reason that all of us were able to. So four of the five of us, the children, all went to college, and pursued careers, professional careers. So
like, mija, you can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, mija.
Exactly.
We're here.
Exactly.
So you went to college, and what did you study?
So I studied human nutrition and dietetics. So I studied to be a dietitian in a hospital, and I never worked in that profession, and I got very involved in public health issues, so public health from that angle, right after I came out of college with my undergraduate degree. And then I just got into more and more programs that had to do with safety and health and environmental protection, and that's what really paved the path to how my career progressed.
Sally, when you look here, you're now as a director. You have more than 400 people under you.
I did that for a while. So when I came to the laboratory, I came to lead a research division, an engineering research division, which was very. A nutritionist doing that, although I have more education, more in line with this, and I had the good fortune of being supported to have many experiences that I think made it appropriate to come and to be involved with the water research division here when I came. And as my career progressed, I became the director of the engineering laboratory, leading these 400 scientists, very highly skilled, very highly technical workforce, and it was an amazing opportunity, one of a kind, I would say, and to have had that opportunity for 8 years was enormously, it was just an honor to have that ability, that that opportunity to. Yes.
Let's talk about the confluence and the cluster. So, un poquito para nosotros entender, ¿verdad?
Sí. So here in Cincinnati, of course, we're so unique in that the federal government has this huge research laboratory for water, and it's the largest federal water research laboratory in the country, right here in Cincinnati. And Cincinnati has always been a center for the study of water problems, of water issues. Over 100 years, there's been scientists that have been deployed here to Cincinnati to study and to understand these problems, and also to help develop technologies and methods to measure contaminants in water, to treat contaminants out of water. So it has a very, very unique, Cincinnati just has a very unique legacy in the whole issue of water. And perhaps it's because of the rivers here, you know, so many different things that we can say. We've got a very innovative water utility, so the drinking water here is one of the best in the country, and it has a very tight relationship with the research that has been done here at the laboratory. So as we have begun to try and to address what are continuing to be complex and very global water problems, and problems that directly affect public health, you know, the health of our children, the health of women, all of these different dimensions. So when you're thinking about the magnitude of the problem, the importance of it, more and more you need large groups of people to come together, and organizations to come together, because the problems are just so enormous. And this is the promise and the work of these technological innovation centers and those focused around water. So when we look at these water problems, we can say that at the same time as we have these water problems, in order to bring solutions to those water problems to bear, you have to have companies and enterprises that create the technologies, whether it's a device to measure a contaminant. It has to be built, and there has to be profits that come from doing that. They have to have forces that sell those into the marketplace, so that we can really begin to solve these problems. And these clusters, these business clusters, are intended to bring together large numbers of groups and individuals that have a different role in bringing those products to bear on these problems. So we need large businesses, small businesses. There's such an opportunity for emerging businesses. There are research scientists, and that's the role that the lab plays here. Ideas, testing out of those technologies. Mm-hmm. We need investors to come forward. So you need kind of this village to all come together. And the group Confluence here in Cincinnati is the group that is in place to bring all of those different pieces together. Because we all do great work by ourselves, but the power is really in the family, in la familia, in the networking that goes on when you bring all of those pieces together. And that's the work that we're doing here in this community, and that we're trying to replicate and support other communities across the country that are trying to do the same thing. And that's the work that I do here.
Very impressive and very successful. And this time, but this program is it going international?
Well, we certainly have partners that we are working with all over the globe. Include some of the leading places on the planet are Ontario, Canada, Singapore, Israel. Some of those places that have had some very, very, very serious water problems. And these centers of water innovation are springing up in many parts of the world. So it's really a global community There are different kinds of water problems, so not one group. One group can't handle the whole thing for the whole world. So you need these centers to come forward from many places on the planet because of this diversity of assets, so to speak, different research, different companies that one might have in one geography, but also that diversity of water problems that come to bear. For example, here we have a lot of water, but when you're thinking about a place like California right now, there is no water, there's not enough water. And so, you know, you see the differences in the problems. They range through a broad spectrum.
But I think we, as a community, we need to see the water with another vision, because it could happen to us too.
Very
so we need to, and I was just thinking of how long we take a shower, like thinking about, thinking about those, because we take it for granted here in Ohio. We have the river.
Yes.
But things change.
Absolutely. And we have had the opportunity to have such a rich, you know, just a rich amount of water here. And many times we don't think about it. We open the faucet, it comes out, we take a glass of water, and we can quench the thirst and never have to worry at all. And we've had emergencies over the last year in Charleston, West Virginia, in Toledo, Ohio, where we have not been able to, you know, provide that kind of check marks, so to speak, on those waters due to various contaminants that are out there.
Scary to hear this story.
So I think it's something that water underpins our society. You know, in order to have a vibrant society, you have to have water. And those communities where don't have that, are, whether it's a quantity or quality, they probably have more in terms of the issues on their mind. But in a broader sense, I think you're right on target, is that we need to educate ourselves as a society more on the importance of water, on what it takes to really deliver safe water, and the role that each of us has in that regard.
Let's talk about this award, because it's very important, and I'm very proud because it's una Latina. So we really celebrate una Latina ganándose un premio tan importante.
Well, I can say that the entire process has been so humbling. And I know how many wonderful women there are, very well qualified, and to have been even considered for the award, much less to win an award like this. It is just a very humbling experience, and it is such an honor to be considered in that way. And I guess, to me, on some level too, it's a cause for celebration in the Hispanic community, because I can say that for me, it's something that I guess, you know, you don't think about actually ever.
So tell me about your secret of success, porque each of us, we have a unique one. We have la familia, we have the support, but it's very unique. And I think it's important that you share today your secret, so it will be not a secret anymore.
So I don't know that there's an overall secret, but what I try to do every day is to help everyone. And so if somebody calls me or somebody asks for something that I can help them with, I try my very best to help them. It has been something very powerful to me to be able to work with so many people and to try and help so many people that have questions or need something, need a connection, something like that, so that it becomes a very personal sort of service model. So I just believe so much that, and especially in a position like EPA, where, you know, we work every day to improve the health and the well-being, the environment. You know, it's a very, very important mission that we're about. And I work every day, as do so many people. And I'll tell you that one thing that is the secret is that any one person succeeds only because they surround themselves with great people. And I can say that the only reason that this actually works is because of my team. And if you can imagine, we're all working together every day to try and make life better for people in this country. It's a powerful thing.
We grew up with sayings, dichos, ay mija. Do you have one in particular?
No, I would say that, you know, the philosophy is about respect, and respecting people and respecting everyone equally. And so es un tema de respeto. Right? So
I think so.
It.
I think it's parte de nuestra cultura. So you would like to share a message for our community, the virtual, the digital community that sees us?
Well, just that I'm a believer in the ability of any one individual. And I can tell you that we can all attain such a high and follow our dreams, I guess. We can attain our dreams. So it's not just about following, it's attaining our dreams. And that it doesn't matter where you came from, and it doesn't matter what your position is any one place. Any one individual can change the world. Any one individual can lead and make a true difference. And that, you know, that's just so powerful when you think about it, that anybody can change the world. And I'm a true believer in that, and I'm a true believer that the Hispanic community has so much to be proud of and so much to provide in terms of leadership, and you know, this change can come from us, and I'm just thrilled to be able to provide that insight.
I'm so happy to interview you, Sally. I will see you on Wednesday, and we are so proud of you. But also very humble because you give us opportunity to interview you.
Oh,
thank you so much.
There you go. Thank you, Lorena.